What's up, everyone? It's your Commish bringing you a video here from our Week 9 matchup between myself and Raul. So this one was really tight. Came down to the wire. Raul was barely able to get just enough from Chase Claypool on Monday Night Football to take away my hopes of victory, my slim hopes of victory going into that night. So Raul, congrats to you, man. That was a slugfest. You were able to get off of your 6-game losing streak. So I'm happy you did that, but not at my expense, and that's exactly what happened. So let's jump in to see how this matchup unfolded, I should say. All right, so Dak Prescott got me a lot of garbage points here in the end, got me 22.88 points. It was looking like he wouldn't even break 15 points at some point in this game. It was a rough day for the Cowboys, but luckily Dak came through to at least give me a decent day in the stat sheets. And it was all in garbage time. The whole offense was not clicking until about like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So yeah, that was a rough one there. Jalen Hurts, though, speaking of a rough one, only 18.68 points, had 162 yards and a touchdown. Did have some yards on the ground to kind of help elevate his floor a little bit, but that wasn't a great day either for you, Raul, from the quarterback spot. Alvin Kamara got me 18.4 points. Got me over 100 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. So pretty solid performance all in all. Wasn't enough, but could use a few extra points, but it's all good. Wasn't Kamara's fault. Got me 18, so I can't be mad about that. Christian McCaffrey's first game back for you, Raul. That's huge. Got you 12.6 points. He didn't get into the end zone, but him and Kamara had exactly mirror image points in terms of like how they got the production, like 50 yards receiving, 50 yards rushing. So yeah, that was a pretty good first game back for Christian McCaffrey. I know that offense has missed him greatly. Sam Darnold hasn't been able to lift it at all. Looks like he's out for a while, so it's gonna be a McCaffrey show going forward with I think PJ Walker as a quarterback. So we'll see what happens there. Austin Eckler got me only 9.7 points. A little bit disappointing there. He had a decent day in terms of receiving, 3 catches, 23 yards. Just couldn't get into the end zone. Definitely could have used that for sure. Usually he gets into the end zone every week. I think he's had like 2 or 3 games so far without a touchdown. That's about it. So speaking of not getting into the end zone, also Elijah Mitchell had 10.4 points. Didn't get into the end zone, but he was the clear beneficiary in that backfield, getting most of the touches. Had 5 catches, 43 yards, 8 carries, 36 yards. So pretty solid outing there for you, Raul. Amari Cooper started off hot. I looked in the stats, and he had like 2 catches like in the first quarter. I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna have a pretty decent day. And that's it. He didn't catch any more passes the rest of the day. Two catches on 5 targets for only 37 yards. So tough sledding there from Mr. Cooper. Don't know if it's the hamstring or what, but that whole offense just could not get going in the passing game or even the rushing game, really. Stephon Diggs, 11.5 points, 6 catches, 85 yards. Continuing to have kind of a subpar season compared to what he was doing last year, where he was just kind of dominating all the touches there in the receiving game. So Josh Allen's definitely spreading the wealth around a little bit more. Diggs still the top target, but he's just not having those huge weeks like he did last year. Brandon Cooks only got me 8.6 points. He had 14 targets though, only caught 6 of them. So I think that was just Tyrod Taylor coming back, and they're off on their chemistry. Couldn't hit him on a couple of plays, so that was a rough go there for me. Robert Woods though had 13.9 points, excellent day. Had 7 catches for 98 yards. Still playing second fiddle to Cooper Kupp, but still it's pretty solid production there for him all around. George Kittle, 17.1 points, first game back, got me 100 yards and a touchdown. Sadly lost a fumble, which might have been the difference between me and winning and losing here, looking in the stats afterwards. But pretty great day for him, especially coming back after being gone for so long. Tyler Conklin had 7 points, decent day for the tight end position, just not great, but it was something that definitely was all you needed there, Raul. And this was what cost me the win. Brian Edwards, I was like, oh, he's going to get like targeted. He's going to probably get like about 50, 60 yards receiving, maybe a touchdown. He got me 0.0. which sunk me this week. If he'd just given me anything really, like a big catch or two, I would have maybe pulled it out. But he just gave me a giant fat goose egg. So that was something where I just miscalculated the play there for sure. Benched Higgins for him. I benched the Fryer Muth for him. So just a mismanagement on my roster here this week, which cost me the dub. Chase Claypool, free Raul, was able to take advantage of that. Got you 5.8 points. So he was able to get you just enough for the victory before he left with an injury. So he luckily he was able to get you what you needed before he got hurt. Tyler Bass got me only 6 points, did all the scoring for the Bills in that epic upset for the Jags over the Bills. Very shocking. But he was the only person who scored points for the Bills all day, which is shocking because the Bills score about 25, 30, 35 a game, it feels like. Justin Tucker had you 10 points. Had another solid day. This is what he does. He's Justin Tucker, one of the best kickers in the league, if not the best. And finally, the Ram defense underwhelmed for me. Only got me 5 points against the Titans, and the Colts got you 5 points there against the Jets. So nothing really special there in those units. But Raul, congrats to you, man. You were able to save your season, I think, in my opinion, by pulling off the win here over me. You move on to 3-6. I think you're still at the bottom, but you're tied with a few other people. So I think only about like a game out of the sixth spot too. So this tells you how close our league is, right? Last place and sixth place, it's only a difference of a game. So it tells you how competitive we all are. So still plenty of time left in the season, Raul. You have about, I think, 5 weeks here left in the regular season. And then myself, I'm going to dust myself off here. Tough L. But hopefully I can get back on the winning track.